In this video, we are going to use XLOOKUP functions and XLOOKUP function with CHOOSECOLS as well as XMATCH function to make it dynamic. So we are starting with first basic. So here in table number one, I have the values, the result of a company operating in different countries and for different quarters. From this table, this is the my source data tables. In table number two, I have to fetch the data for the selected countries for selected quarters. So I need the result of all these three quarters, one, two, three, four quarters for these two countries or three countries. So select X lookup, start with bracket open, then select the lookup value which you are searching. So select the lookup value, that is the country name, then put the comma, the next strings which will open, that is the lookup array where you are looking this value. So give the lookup array based on data. In here, mine case, the country is in column number B, and don't forget to freeze it. So if you are dragging down your formula will not drag, means your source value will not change. Okay, freeze it, then press comma, then this is asking about the return array. In return, what you need, so in return array we can define a particular one column as well as multiple columns. Okay, so I am showing to you by selecting one column. So return array column number one, result of quarter number ones, enter. So here I am getting the data of the quarter number ones. If you are looking the values for the multiple columns, if you have the data in such way that you have to find out the returns values for the multiples columns, in that case xlookup is having the abilities to provide you such kind of the data. I need quarter 1 2 3 4 all columns data in one click. For that I will select the entire return array. In return array I will select all quarters value, drag it down, freeze it, don't forget to freeze, and enter. So in one click we can find out the value of the all quarters, and drag down you will able to find the values of all these countries. Okay, so these are the result by using XLOOKUP function in one click. But in this table, you will find if I am changing the quarter number 1 to quarter number 2, my values are not changing. So if somebody later on change this data, these presentations may be wrong. For that, to fix that, I have tried to mix some formulas to make it dynamic. So let's start with the choose columns. At this time, I will choose some particular columns. For that I need the result. So I will start with the one more formula in xlookup, choose calls, choose calls, and then select the array. So here in choose calls you can define the array from which you want to find out the data, but here I will use xlookup functions. Okay, so xlookup, start with xlookup again, lookup value is the country, and lookup array is this my source data is country list, fix it, then return array is the entire data. I need the result of any of the quarters out of these. Okay, this will be static, but the result which I need should be dynamic. Okay, then enter. Now this is asking about the array column. If I am putting here comma, this will ask for which column you need the data. Column number 1 2 3 4 5 up to uh, the level you want, you can put. Like I am putting the column number 1 as well as column number two's data I need. Press enter, you will get the data of the column number 1 and 2. Okay, you will get data of the column number 1 and 2, but our problems, if I am changing the quarter 1 to 2, my result will not change. So to make these headings dynamic, these column number dynamic, I will use choose x match function. With choose call, instead of selecting manually column number, I will apply here x match function. Okay, so go and apply, select x match, bracket open, then this will ask you to look up value. So for which value you are looking the column index number in this table, so for these columns, these are my lookup array. For these columns, I need lookup column number from these columns array. This is my array. For this array, I need the column number. Okay, and then enter. Now you will get the data here. I will again have to drag down the formula and you will able to find out the value. This time, if I am changing the quarter number 1 to 2, you will find the result of that quarter. Now your quarters are dynamic. Now your result are dynamic. If you are changing anything, your result will be changed. If you are changing the country name instead of the Mauritius, you can select the India. You will find out the result. Select it in India right here and drag it down. I have applied some validation rules there in this cells. So if I am selecting another country, it here and dragging it down, I will get the value of that country. And that value will be of that quarter, which I have selected it here. I have changed. Now I am not putting manually any column number. Sorry, it's not there. Not selecting any column number manually. I am changing the headings. My result are changing. So this is the X lookup dynamic by using choose calls and XMatch functions. Thank you so much for watching this video.